Hello everyone, Peazful here, and welcome back to MetaZoo A-Z, the series where I go over every single MetaZoo card in alphabetical order, explain how the card works, and analyze its competitive viability and playability. Then, I will give the card a rating out of 5. This episode, Bookmark. Bookmark is a 1 neutral aura costing spell with a spellbook limit of 2. The effective bookmark is that you bookmark 2 pages from the top of your spellbook, hence its name. This card is so simple, and yet so good. Every single deck, in every single tournament so far, has contained 2 bookmarks, and I would always recommend playing a full playset. Now, I'm going to explain why this is such a good card. In MetaZoo, and in most card games, there are 3 important resources to keep track of, those being pages in hand, life points, and aura. Of these 3, pages in hand, or card advantage, is by far the most important, and life points by far the least important. This may seem counterintuitive, but winning a game at 1 life or winning at 1,000 life are the exact same. Whenever you contract a spell, you lose a card and aura, but gain an effect. You need to weigh if losing that card is worth the effect to put a card in your deck. That's why a card like Beastie Bash is bad, because you lose an aura and a card for a non-important effect. For example, if you use a Death Beam to take out a Gumbaroo, neither of you gain card advantage, because you spend 1 card to remove 1 card of your opponent's. Neither of you gain life point advantage, since neither of you gain or lose life, but your opponent gains aura advantage of 2, because you spent 3 aura to deal with a 1 aura card. This means that you have 2 less aura to spend this turn. While it may appear that your opponent won that interaction, it would still likely be worth it to Death Beam the Gumbaroo, because the Gumbaroo can give your opponent lots of life advantage, mana advantage, and card advantage in the future. Since Death Beam does not involve many resources, it makes it easier to evaluate the card. Now, returning to Bookmark. You're spending 1 aura of any type to gain 1 card of advantage, since you're losing 1 card to gain 2. This essentially means you're using a direct 1 card to 1 aura rate. Think to yourself, if given the chance, would you pay an aura at any point to bookmark a page? If yes, then play Bookmark. However, it gets even better. On your first turn, you will have an access to a total of 8 pages in your chapter, since you draw a starting chapter of 7 pages and draw a card on your first turn. Using hypergeometric distribution, we can calculate that you have a 32% chance of getting at least 1 bookmark by your first turn. Now, you might not always want to play the bookmark on your first turn, because while it gives you card advantage, it may be more important to play a beastie like Gumbaroo or Lava Bear on the first turn, because you can gain life advantage in the future and board control. Against a flame deck, when you know they might have a Lava Bear plus lightning in the bottle, or a Fireball, having a 32% chance to be able to use your first turn to gain card advantage instead of playing a beastie that can easily be taken out is fantastic. In addition, your deck contains 40 cards, and some of them are definitively better than others. For example, in a lightning deck, you really want to draw your Quets, or against Gumbaroo, you really need to draw your removal. By drawing more cards earlier in the game, you're thinning out your deck, which gives you a higher chance to draw your cards. Essentially, Bookmark is a placeholder card. 2 bookmarks take your deck from 40 cards to 38 cards, and from 38 cards to 34, because you draw 2 cards for each card. You're essentially giving yourself a higher chance of getting your best cards. By using that bookmark, you're able to thin out your deck by an additional 2 cards. So, Bookmark. It is a fantastic card at face value that gives you great card advantage and has lots of good use in specific cases. I highly recommend that you play a playset in every single deck. For these reasons, I'm rating Bookmark a 5 out of 5. Thank you for watching, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more MetaZoo content. Bye!